So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming by. As you know, this will be a part two of or a follow up of the first part on traits of bad friends and how to keep good friends as well among the bad ones. They are always good friends as well. So, but now we also have to talk about how to put bad friends away intelligently without a fight, and how to keep good friends. So, like in the first part, we try to tell you about the traits of bad friends and how they are to know when some friends are actually really bad, because bad friendship can result to a lot of things. It can even result to killing. We have so many cases where you say somebody did something to one of his friends or to our friends, and you start to wonder when the whole thing blows up. Then you start to ask the person why. This person has been so nice to you, has been so good to you, he has done everything nice to you, he has supported you, he has done this, he has done that. Then you'll be surprised of what they will say sometimes. Like, you've always had everything. And you start to wonder, what? But I've always told you or advised you on how to go about things in order for you to overcome your challenges. It's either you never really apply them or you just ignore them completely. So, would that be the case why you now resolve to want to kill your friend, or to want to drag your friend down, or to want to ruin your friend, either ruin his business, or ruin his character, or ruin his personality, and things like that, just for you to have a way or one thing above him in one way or another? So you start to wonder, why does people resort to those kind of actions in order for them to ruin their friend chances of getting something? Like, just some few weeks ago, I was reading something. I saw there was this girl who has been in love with a guy. So she have a very good friend. They always have what they call bestie, best friend, and things like that. And she was always telling her, what the plans were, that her boyfriend was going to has proposed, that they were planning to do their marriage and things like that. So, but to cut long story short, that girl called the boyfriend some few days to the wedding and lied to the boyfriend that the other guy was seeing some other guys and some sugar daddies and stuff. So because they live together, so that guy was bound to at least believe her. So then all of a sudden the guy just came with some excuses, flimsy excuses, and said he was going to cancel the wedding and stuff like that. And the other guy was like, what has she done wrong? The guy was not saying anything. So they have to look for ways, to try to make the guy speak. So there was another guy who happened to be an elderly person within that vicinity. So he took the guy aside, in a very different location entirely, and he tried to find out what was going on. So the guy opened up to him and told him that he learned that the girlfriend was going out with some sugar daddies and stuff like that. Then the guy asked the other boy, a little question. He said, "Have you seen her with the sugar daddy?" He said, "No." "Who is the sugar daddy? What's it called?" He said, "He don't know." "Okay, why don't you ask the person or call the person that asked you right here where I'm sitting here now? Let me see the reaction of what that person will say. You might be able to get to somewhere from there." So if you are ready to ask that person anything that I ask you to ask him or her, then we get to the root of the matter. So that was how he called up the guy. Then he said, "Engage her again," because it was a she. He said, "Engage her again, you know, and remind her of what she told you so and so day and stuff like that, and ask her to elaborate." So that was how I called the girl up and said, "Well, you first of all tell the girl that you've cancelled the wedding and see her reaction." So he told the girl that, "Hey, listen, I've cancelled your friend's wedding, so that thing it's not going to take place anymore." So the girl was very happy. Then he said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Yeah, that's good because that girl cannot be trusted because of what she has been doing since, you know, bringing a lot of men to the house and stuff like that." They say, I said, can you please tell me the name of the men that she usually bring?" The girl was like, I don't know, one chief like that, he used to ride one kind of car and stuff like that. He said, "How many times have you seen the chief?" He was like, "So many times, so many times." He said, "Really? So many times? Okay. Okay, when next the chief come, please try and give me a call so that at least I will buzz them." And the guy said, "No, normally the guy used to go and see the chief, the chief will just come and just pick her up anytime at random and just go to the chief's house. But she never ever sleep there." But the guy was saying, but the girl never sleep outside. She was always, coming to my place to sleep most of the evenings because she have to, prepare food from her own house and bring it to me because, they sleep over. Then in the morning she go back to work, and sometimes she come home if it's weekend and things like that. Then come back again to my house, etc. So the girl was like thinking that she was going to be busted. So she to complicate herself. That's when the guy said, "You know what?" Then that man was giving her, all the play cards that people have to play. Then the show her, the guy say, "Tell her that you don't trust her." That was when he said, "I don't trust you." You know? He said, then the guy said, "Why don't you trust me?" He said, "Because I know you have an eye on me." That was what the man was waiting for her. Is that not true? The guy said, that was before, you know. So that was before. If I ask you to come and see me in so and so place now, won't you come? Yes, she will come. He said, "What do you think your friend will feel if your friend know that you are not going out with me and stuff like that?" He said she don't care what the friend will feel, you know. So just some little things sometimes you can do to actually find out the truth. So at the end of the day, they staged her up. Then she came in there. So when she came there, then that was when they actually got her up. Then they asked her one simple question. They said, "If your friend comes here now, will you be able to say the same thing that you just said? Or this why?" He said, "What did I say?" They repeated everything that she had said to her. In fact, she started denying some of them. He said, "What? What? Are you trying to deny this whole thing?" He said, "Yes. Uh, uh, uh. She's always getting all the good people and stuff like that. That was why she said it. It's not like you guys actually seen anybody and stuff like that." What? Man, that was how the whole thing. You open up, and the guy also, or just open all of a sudden. So you just envious of your friend. So that's what is all what this all about. Betrayal, selfishness, manipulation, lack of respect for one another. You know. So the guy eyes started to pop up with that jealousy, negativities, everything that we just said before in the first part. Lack of empathy, disloyalty, a lack of reciprocity, right? So this is what it's all about sometimes. Jealousy, envy, you know, that brings about all this whole thing. So, but anyway, there are ways to put this kind of friends away intelligently without a fight, especially when you already, you know who they are. So, because one thing is to know them, another thing is to know what to do to stay away from them. So, when it comes to distancing yourself from negative or toxic friends or friendship without causing unnecessary conflict, there are a few strategies you can employ, right? So, these few strategies work all the time. So, here are some of the suggestions. You say reflect on your priorities. Consider the qualities you value in a friendship and the impact these friends have on your well being and personal growth. This self reflection will help you solidify your decision and stay focused on your own happiness. So, your happiness, if it matters to you, then you must do all of this because no one, no one is responsible for your own happiness than your very self first. So, number two is gradual distancing. Instead of abruptly cutting off contact, you can start gradually, reducing the time and energy you invest in the friendship, right? So you reduce the time that you invest in the friendship because if you are investing into something and that thing is becoming a nullity, then what's the need? So this approach allows you for a more natural transition and minimizes the likelihood of confrontation, right? It's gradually, 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 gradually. Without a fight. If you still see in the party or anywhere, you still greet, you still stand and still chat. But it doesn't mean that you have to start dipping hand in one pot of soup to be eaten in order for you to proclaim your friendship, or to declare that, or to show that your friend, or your former friend is still a very good friend. Because times has changed, people change sometimes. Some people even change without even knowing it. So if a friend, like I said before, start to behave like an enemy, or your friends start to say things that your enemies or the enemy camp has said about you by spreading rumors and all kinds of rumors and stuff like that, then definitely that friend is no more a friend. It's now called friend enemy. Friend enemy. You know? That is friend that has become an enemy. That can be become even more dangerous than an enemy that you know outside. Because those enemies you see outside, those ones you see them outside, you leave them outside, you come back home, you have your peace. So it doesn't mean that they are within or whatever. You enter your house, you have your peace. That's it. So, but when a friend become your enemy and that friend is still coming to your house, that is when you have a big problem because that friend can become very toxic and dangerous as well because he's taking all the word and all the things that he hear from outside and using them against you. Or he going outside and telling them, "Oh, I know him. It's my friend. I was even in his house yesterday." Then maybe he start to say some other things that did not actually happen. Then those ones who are not even seeing you or does not have the access to see you, you know, like they used to see you before. Then sometimes they call you, "Hey, you see that your guy? Oh yes, I saw him. You know, And oh, I saw her. She was this, she was that, she was so down, she was so this, she was so that. Really? Yes. So if by chance you have to take you a picture, for example, they will make sure they take a picture where you have some somber mood and stuff, not the picture where you look excited and stuff. So when they see pictures like that, they don't post them. You always look for pictures where you are more depressed or where you look haggard or not picture that is not public for public consumption, etc. Those are the kind of pictures that they want to highlight in order for them to buttress on their point, you know, and make their points and their rumors believable, even when they're supposed to or they ought to know better. Because when an enemy says something about you, you say, "Oh, they're only talking because they don't know me." But when somebody who knows you better then join the enemies to say something that is not true about you, then that's even more hurtful because now he will go by the claim that he knows you, you know, that you are this, you are that. So even if somebody is talking, they say, yes, if you don't believe me, why don't you believe this guy? This guy know that guy. This guy is so to that guy, etc. etc. So if I am lying, why will he be lying? He don't have any reason to lie. So that's how they go. You know, so if you see a friend like that, stay away from that friend. You don't need that friend. You know, you don't need that friend. That friend don't need you. It's as simple as that. People outgrown each other sometimes, even in the family. You know, so it's not a big deal. You know, so communicate indirectly instead of explicitly stating that you no longer want to be friends. You can communicate your changing priorities indirectly. For example, you can mention being busy with work, pursuing personal goals, or needed time for yourself or self care. This conveys the message that you have other commitments or priorities without directly addressing the friendship itself. You know, so if you are calling a friend and he's telling you, because of work, it's indirectly it's already telling you that, you know, maintain your own side of the lane and stay on your lane and please let me be. So if a friend is not calling you and you are the only one calling and it's not returning your call, why won't you get the message? You know, stay on your own. So the same thing likewise. So if I'm calling a friend, I'm calling a friend, the friend not is not responding, I'll stay on my own. So if I send a friend some messages and stuff and it's not even then I stay on my own. Whenever it feels like calling me or and stuff like that. If I feel like I pick the phone, I talk. If you send me a message, if I feel like the same thing. So, but it can never be the same. When things goes wrong, things goes wrong. So it shouldn't be a do or die thing. So be unavailable. You see, when they invite you to hang out or to engage in activities you don't enjoy, politely decline or offer alternative plans, gradually reducing your availability will give them fewer opportunities to spend time with you without explicitly rejecting them. Number six, set boundaries. If the friends in question exhibit toxic behavior, it is essential to establish clear boundaries, communicate your needs, and express when certain behaviors are not acceptable to you. Firmly but respectfully assert your boundaries and stick to them. This may naturally create some distance between you and them, right? When I meet them, I meet the negative friends. You know, so these are things to take into consideration when you are actually involved in this kind of a toxic relationship. So remember, friendships are two-way street, and it's important to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Prioritizing your well-being and seeking healthier relationship is a positive step towards personal growth. So all these things are important for one's growth. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, please take these things to cognizance and dwell on it. And make sure that you apply them as at when necessary. So, thank you for coming to Nigeria Matters today. You're blessed for watching Nigeria Matters. Please share our videos, drop your comments. We'll be happy and glad to reply to your comments and whatever way that you think we can improve on this channel or on this platform. So we would like to have your opinions on issues and on this discussion as well, so many other ones. So please check some of our videos that you've not checked before. You can watch them and see what we do to improve on them. And then please share, and give us a thumbs up. God bless you. If you've not subscribed, please do so. God bless you. See you very soon. Bye.